You really thought it. I want to see claps in the chat. Clap if you legitimately thought that I would cover King. With all of the bullshit I've been posting on social media. Yeah, alright, we have a few clowns in there. We've got a few idiots in chat. Well, I did cover it, but not necessarily with words. It was a kazoo cover. It was an overnight shipped kazoo. And it was really funny because while the lovely Miori did the harmonica harmonies, she said, "Oh, Orla, you really hit that high note." I said, I did. And then while she was editing it, she was trying to figure out how to time it, right? And she said, "Oh, did you plan this out with the instrumental?" I said, "No, I just kind of was like, how does that little song go?" And I did it. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for coming. Welcome, welcome. You know, I thought I would have a lot of different emotions going through me. Maybe nausea, maybe nervousness, maybe a little bit of fear. No, I'm not afraid of anything. But I didn't expect to be so happy. I'm so excited to be here. For those of you that had trouble reading the lore game video, well then you failed the speed reading competition. You need to practice a bit more. No, it was purposefully sped up a bit, so apologies if you couldn't read it all exactly. I may do a re-upload. And then so yes, hello, I'm Orla Gan Ceann. Welcome to my debut stream. It should be a fairly simple one. Thank you guys all for coming. And let's get on with the presentation. God, I almost feel like a multi-level marketer. I'm here to scam you. I'm here to sell you some essential oils and crystals to calm all your maladies. Perfect. All right, here we go. So, as I said before, my name is Orla Gan Ceann. If you don't know how to pronounce it, well, I made a video entirely for that. Don't watch it right now. I want you to sit down and enjoy my debut here. One thing before I get into my current info is that I have been told that I'm a little, I guess, intimidating, for lack of a better word. So I wanted to be a little bit vulnerable for you. I'm not someone who lets my guard down, but just for this one moment, I'm going to share something very, very special with everyone. Is that all right? Are you guys ready? I've decided to share a baby photo with you, right? Baby dullahan, are you excited? Well, it's not necessarily a baby dullahan. Let me hide my chair there. So back in the day, I was the fertility god Krumdub, so please enjoy. You know, I had this photo and then one with me in a diaper, but I didn't want to give any of you like a single chance to be weirdos. Oh yes, please observe my adorable alert art. I will not be reading out the alerts for this stream simply due to a lack of time. I apologize for any inconveniences and I hope you understand. But yes, so as the god of fertility, if you wanted some wheat, you wanted some corn, I had your back. All I required was a little bit of a beheading, maybe some adorable virgins, you know exactly how it is. Everyone thought they were being a little funny there. My name translates, well, back then translated to black crooked one, dark crooked one. You know, my posture wasn't the best, which is why in the end I had to get a gamer chair with a lot of lumbar support. That's why I'm always sitting a bit stiffly, you know. A couple centuries of that and you get pretty fucked up, huh? And then, thankfully, this is me now. Thank my wonderful artist for this reference, bask in the beauty there or right here in the corner of your screen. Yeah, sexy shrimp posture. The absolute sexiest shrimp, huh? So my birthday definitely looks a little strange, not like most people where they have a very concrete date. My birthday is the first Sunday in August, that is Kromdub Sunday, and that's typically when there would be a couple of beheadings. I would come out, you'd have a guaranteed good harvest. Now, I don't require headings anymore, well, beheadings anymore, but I would love if you would come to my birthday stream when the time comes. Yeah, my birthday is coming up soon. I'm really excited for that one. Exactly. Yeah, maybe we'll have a big party together. And as for my age, I am 1400 going on 2 old. Not too much to go into there. And then for all you nasty, nosy little perverts in chat, I am sure you are curious about my 3 sizes. My BWH, bust, waist, hips. And to that, I'm going to give you the 3 letters, MYB. Mind your business. It doesn't concern you. You're not getting anywhere near me. And then for my height, I was told to say 6 feet. Apparently, it is tall enough to be sexy, but not so tall that it terrifies people. Whether you believe that as my real height or not is up to you. Whether you believe it includes my chair or not is also up to you. It's a good height? Okay, perfect. Yes, once again, I'm a little sad that I can't properly greet everyone in chat. There's a bit too much, but believe me, I'm very, very thankful for everyone who took time to come by today. And I'm very, very thankful for everyone who watches the VOD as well. Thank you. So, when you get to my age, you have your personality fairly set, right? You know what you like, you know what you dislike, and through my amazing deductive skills, I have further simplified my likes into 2 categories. And that is over-the-top violence and heartwarming media. It's really as simple as that. So with over-the-top violence, I'm sure you saw my little short video on Twitter where I was just thinking about the Chainsaw Man anime preview for, oh my god, all day when it came out. It was amazing. I love goofy violence. I love all of that. And I know, yes, Chainsaw Man, yes, Berserk, they all have deeper meanings. I love the Suda51 games, which I will get to on the following slide. Yes, there's deep meanings, but truthfully, there's something about the intense violence that I love. And then for non-otaku media, I do love the Crank movies. My god, if you have seen the Crank films, then you know. As well as Hardcore, which I believe was released as Hardcore Henry in some countries. It's so good. And you can rewatch them, reread them so many times. That's the best part. And then for heartwarming media, that usually takes the form of photos of cats that a certain someone sends me. Now, I cannot disclose who it is that sends those photos to me, simply because it would ruin their public image, and the Tsunderia girls trust me far too much to give that info up. Well, I do have a bit of a mischievous streak, so I narrowed it down for all of you right there. No, it's a secret. Even if you guess, I will never tell. Surprisingly, it is not Shar. I mean, she posts those up for everyone, and I do love her kitties. And then the book, The Count of Monte Cristo. I know a few of you are wondering, how in the hell is this heartwarming media? You know, shouldn't it be under violence? There is quite a lot of violence in there. And to that I say, my god, there is nothing more heartwarming than a good revenge story. I love revenge. There is something so deeply satisfying about it. Am I wrong? It's so good. And then, so those are my likes. You may be wondering, well then, Orla, what are your dislikes? Anything not on the left. No exceptions. Incredibly simple. You may be wondering, well then, Orla, doesn't that limit what you like, what you dislike? I mean, how in the hell do you live? And to that I say, I can spin anything that I like into one of the two categories, and then the rest very easily goes into dislikes. Let me consider my favorite food. Okay, we'll go with my favorite food. Cabbage. Category, over the top violence. Why? You are beheading the head of cabbage, chopping it up, and devouring it. Usually with a good sauce. I love me some tomato or pepper sauce with it. And sometimes you even shred the head up. That is over the top violence all the way. Truthfully, I would challenge anyone to give me something that I could not fit into one of my categories. Yeah, you devour the cabbage. Oh, I love cabbage. All forms. I could eat it raw. I could have it wrapped. Oh, it's so good. Delicious. Yeah, rip and tear. Rip and tear. Yeah, I'm very violent with my love of cabbage. How about money? Ooh. I think that's heartwarming media. Heartwarming. It's on paper, much like a book, and I keep it all right close to my heart. I keep it right under my little strap here. You'll give me everything I want. Thank you, thank you. That's really all I ask from you guys is everything you have. All of it. All of it. So here's my favorite games. I believe it's my longest slide, simply for the fact that I am very unfortunately a gamer. Well, unfortunate for me, fortunate for Tsunderia and for all of you viewers, because that's what most of my content will be. I've separated it into categories because I hope that makes it a bit easier for all of you to see my taste at a glance. So my first category is survival horror. The less polygons, the better. The more horrible the tank controls, the better. Give it all to me. I love PlayStation 1 style horror games, early PlayStation 2. I love early PC games like the Penumbra series. There is just something so wonderful about it. I think it's because those games didn't necessarily have to rely on extremely realistic graphics. While the graphics at the time were also fairly good, they rely more on incredible sound design, amazing atmosphere, storytelling, world building to convey that, and that's what I really appreciate in games. You may be able to persuade me into playing a first-person modern horror game, but it's not necessarily my taste. And then next is Suda51 Games. He is a director, producer, creator, writer for so many games. He is wonderful. If you looked at my social media at all, I mean, I follow him on Twitter. I don't shut up about anything he does. I luckily was able to get the Killian Dollar trilogy for No More Heroes 3, but I missed out on the deluxe edition. Truly depressing. But so one of my favorite games from him is Killer 7, which was amazing. You will never hear a kiss from me again. Kisses are reserved solely for Suda51 games, particularly, oh god, Dan Smith from Killer 7, mine. And then No More Heroes. They are so good. They fall under the over-the-top violence, I believe. And I understand there is a deep meaning, all of the thought put into the Kill the Past series. I understand Suda, I respect his work, but god do I love slicing people up. It's so good. It is very satisfying. Yes, and then, okay, chat, look at here, look at me. Look up. Not your up, my up. You see that? Not only is my forehead incredibly lucky, it is also incredibly large. It is that large in order to house my enormous brain, just so I can excel and be an elite hidden object game and puzzle game master. Now, if you ask me to find something in my real room, I may have a little bit of trouble, but if I need to find something in a video game, I am the fastest at it. If I see a sliding puzzle, I will destroy it. Absolutely. So there is a trick to most sliding puzzles, but I will not tell it to you simply because I want you to keep thinking that I'm just an incredible genius at them. But I do have a confession to make. I am a bit of a cheater, not in the sense of hacking. I did do a little bit of Sims 2 modding back in the day, custom content and all of that. It's not the same, but it was just a side fact, a little bit of Orla trivia for you. So I'm going to tell you a secret right now. So I'm going to need you to come closer. Closer. Right, shh. So they don't know this, but during the Tsunderia Reverse 2nd Gen and staff game night, we played Jackbox Party Pack, and I min-maxed the absolute hell out of the games and all of the points just so I would come out on top. At the we played the comedy boat game, which was incredibly fun. And at the end, you have to vote for which joke is the funniest. I didn't vote for the funniest joke. I never do. I keep a tally in my brain of which joke is having more points. Okay, I'm going to vote for the losing one, just so in the end, I always have the most points. Same with Quiplash. Here is an Orla manipulation tip. When you play Quiplash with anyone, at the very end, when you have to vote for several people, vote for only yourself and abstain from voting for anyone else, and then you get all the points. It's wonderful. I am here to win. I am not here to play fair. Right, and then for other big brain games, yes, I would say I am a chaotic neutral. I think I took that very long little test, and I'm chaotic neutral. I believe I even told PPP that when we had our first, I guess, one-on-one conversation. For the last section of my big brain, I have Princess Maker 2. Raising a child well requires an incredibly big brain. You know, you could have your daughter just marry some loser or the little dragon kid that comes around, or you could have her kill Satan and become the queen of hell. You tell me what takes a bigger mind, a bigger brain, and I wonder if you could guess what my daughter always ends up doing. I don't even try. I think she just naturally gains a lot of sin, maybe through osmosis, maybe sinful through proximity to me, and that's what she ends up as. But I do love those games. I love those kinds of daughter management, life management games. And then for my underrated loves, I have the Chicken Little movie game and the Neopets game for PlayStation 2. I am not saying that these are groundbreaking titles by any means, nor am I saying that they are garbage games and I like them because they're a shit game. I am just saying that we all have some games that we love, regardless of the middling to negative reviews that exist on them. Yes, The Darkest Fairy, you've got it right there. I would love to hear some of your underrated loves, maybe that just hold a special place in your heart, or if you like either of these two, I would love that. Yeah, I do play a fair bit of garbage games as well, but these two I would not consider garbage. And then my final category is MMOs. All of them. Don't even get me started. But if you were to get me started, I would say, oh god, Eastern MMOs, Western MMOs, beta testing, playing after release. I do prefer buy to play or pay to play because once it's free to play, it's full of children and poor people. And I don't mean to be offensive, but god, I would rather simply stop playing. I really, really love MMOs. All of them. Oh, I can't even talk about my favorites very much because I would go on forever. But I love open world PvP. You think you are mining my ore? You think you're gathering my little vegetables? Killing my quest mobs? No, not for long. Destroyed. Absolutely ruined. Completely. Um, God, and then if I cannot play a game with good open world PvP, or anything like that, well, then I just play a healer. Simply for the fact that I control life and death. I remember there was a dungeon one time where someone was having a little attitude with me, and they were insulting my internet speed, which at the time was pretty garbage. I will give them that. Everything, my internet speed, my PC, everything ran like a PowerPoint. I would get 15 FPS max. So much so that I was able to anticipate, oh, when my lag or FPS would might drop. So then I just got so used to playing with that style. But in any case, they insulted my Wi-Fi and I said, fine, I won't heal you anymore. And do you know what happened? They had to use potions and items for the entire rest of the dungeon, and someone had to use a little revival on them when they died, because I simply am not getting involved. You think you're so good that you can insult my internet? Well, then you should be good enough not to take damage, right? Oh, passed away? Oh, alright. I simply did not heal them. And now that these favorites are complete, I want to take time to thank my amazing artist and Live 2D rigger. I love them so much. They are amazing. My artist is Memenchi. She drew both my model and the room you saw earlier. You will see it again very soon. And she is a master at design and fashion. When we were trying to pick out what outfit I should wear while I stream, she gave Urara and I two options. This one you see here, and one more slightly softer outfit. We had trouble deciding, so Urara asked Yuna, who is a bit like my direct senior in the company, what she thought. So, Yuna looked at him and said, "Oh, the second one, because the first one is really gaudy." So of course we had to go with the first one. Of course, I am nothing if not gaudy in the most fabulous way possible. You know, ugly, gaudy, just, oh, it is absolutely my taste. Over the top, ornate, overdone. Oh, I love it. I was like, if she thinks it's too much, then it is probably the perfect amount for me. So yes, and then my Live 2D rigger is Saharada, who did my animations and expressions for me as well. He is so detail oriented. I am always just amazed at all of the hard work he put into it. And he would very frequently, even after the final delivery, send updates just because of, oh, I noticed this, so I wanted to change this and give you this. He is amazing and so sweet to work with. He had to put up with so many terrible sketches of mine of how my head drops. But to tell you the truth, I think he really enjoys the challenge, so I think I was the perfect job for him. And I will take this time to show you my model for a bit before we go and finish up the slides, if that's all right with all of you. But even if it's not, I don't care. It's my debut, my rules. Okay. So we're coming here now. This is the view of me you have probably seen. Well, the whole... Oh god, someone put a muzzle on that dog in chat. So you have seen me in this view for a while. I'm going to zoom out just a little bit so you can see everything. I take up a lot of space. The girls and I were in a voice call one night, and then Urara very lovingly said, "Shut up! Not everything is always about you!" And I said, "It is always about me. Look at me. I take up so much space. I'm massive. I'm gorgeous." And so really, despite me being a slight narcissist, only slightly, it's a bit embarrassing to display myself like this, so I'm going to keep it brief and just do the little song and dance for all of you. So I did want to show some of the details of my chair because quite a few of you are curious about it. I posted on it on Twitter. But here's my chair. It is the rumored third member of Tsunderia Reverse, and she just got on a little too many of my nerves, and I was looking for a new chair, so really it worked out great for all of us. In the back, you can see the wonderful art for my room that Memenchi drew for me. You may be wondering, Orla, why are you streaming in your library? Well, in a castle this old, you don't necessarily have a choice of where the electrical outlets and the Ethernet connection comes through, so we make do. We make do. And then looking down here, I did want to show this, which was my beautiful little lantern, and this is where my little fan mark comes from. As you can see, I have quite a lot of candles around, and if I was a cheap stand-up comedian or the Orla from many rehearsals ago, I would say, well, all of these candles save on my evil castle bills. Oh my god, could you imagine? And so I just love it. It's adorable. There's so much hard work went into. Thank you for all of the candles. Hard work went into the design. And then here is my hem, my little feet. Saying anything disgusting about my feet is considered highly illegal and a bannable offense in the castle of Orla Gan Ceann. I'm teasing, but maybe I'm a little serious. And what you see here flapping about is the end of my twin tails. Now, some of you may be wondering, oh, Orla, how'd you get your hair that long? It is 5 multivitamins, about 3 supplements, and a few powders. Really, by the time you hit human age 30, you all need to be on the same amount of supplements and powders. Doesn't matter which ones, just get on them. You will thank me later. I've seen enough of your kind to know how you work. Moving on up for the rest of my body. This is slightly embarrassing, but and maybe a little bit inappropriate, so please respectfully view. Really, it's a bit uncomfortable, so I will only give you a couple of seconds. Soak in these seconds well. And here's the rest of me. Perfect, perfect. Here I am. Yes. No, not your kind. Yay. Perfect. So here I am. Let me come in a little closer, because for the next part of this song and dance, so now ahead. Oh god, really, I love vines, so I do appreciate all of these vine jokes. One moment. Okay, and now I'm going to show you all of, the lovely little faces I can make, but don't expect me to keep them for long, okay? I'll explain in a bit later. So, this is my extremely happy little face. Really, this is just the face, the smile I make to my manager when I'm asking for a new console. Miss Urara, can I please have a Sega Genesis, please? This is the face when she told me I had to be tweeting 3 times a day. So fun, so excited, so happy. Right, yes, I would love a Sega Genesis. My god, that's my next console I'm hoping for. The other ones are secret, but that's the one I'll make public. Right, and then so at my age, very few things upset me, but if one of you bad little chatters happen to upset me, or something in a game makes me rage, because I'm a little toxic, I will admit that. Maybe I'll have to make a very disappointed face. It's the... I can't even keep it. I think it's too ridiculous. Yes, it's my face when I'm very upset at you, chat. Yeah, angry, exactly. Baby rage. Cruel, absolutely cruel. But, so I gave you a master Orla manipulation tip earlier, so I will give you the second manipulation tip. When you're angry, maybe you get about half of the things you want. But to get everything you want, you need to use sweet, sweet crocodile tears. What do you mean it's out of stock? Really, the most powerful time that you will have is when you cry in front of someone for the first time ever. Now, I've wasted my first time ever with all of you, but don't worry, I don't need anything from you. Really, it's you're losing an argument or you really want to win one, just cry. Absolutely burst out crying. Now, this only works for beautiful women, so for the 3 beautiful women in the chat, this is my tip. But of course, it's something gorgeous girls already know. Right? And then, so, right, just in the same way that I no longer get very upset at things, not much surprises me these days. Maybe if I'm a little disgusted or a little shocked, I will pull one of these. But it doesn't happen too often. Maybe if you force me to play a scary game. Or I'm side-eyeing you. Not really, though. I do have one more face I make. If you saw my, my audition video, well, my mock audition video that I created, then you will have seen this face at the end. I don't make it far too often because really it gives me a fear of getting wrinkles, right? And if I get wrinkles, then that's not good for me or you, right? So soak this one in only for a short amount of time. Really, Miori said this was her favorite face. She said, I want you to look at me like that. And I said, no. You know, sweetie, I love you, but that gives me too many wrinkles. I just want to jade roll my face right now, right? It's so good. Thank you, thank you. Memenchi and Saharada really worked hard. Please make sure you support them as well. And now here I come up. Some of you may be wondering, oh, Orla, why do you usually stream with your head on? Do you see the sheer amount of work, hairspray, hair gel that went into this hairstyle? Do you see this very expensive crown and accessories? Do you think I'm just going to drop that so you don't see? No, I don't think so. Yes, very true. You know, I've been told a couple of times, when you drop your head, it's so scary. And to that I say, well, you know, I'm a dullahan. It shouldn't surprise you, right, that my head comes off. And they say, oh, it's not the fact that it comes off. It's just the fact that it happens so quickly. And they say, well, you know, darling, I do have some fairy magic, you know, I'm capable of many things, but I do not have the power to control gravity, so I do apologize for that. Yeah, casual head drop. If any of you get on my nerves and I don't want to see chat anymore, I'm just getting out of frame. But that was it for the model showcase. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you are all very good, maybe you can see more at a later time, right? Could I drop the beat? No. Okay, let's come back here. So I am someone who I would consider fairly hardworking, fairly dedicated to being, you know, a good streamer, a good entertainer. I'm very motivated to be here. I hope that comes through, either already or eventually for some of you. But God, I hate social media. I believe that was my first tweet, and I acknowledge that it came off as a very bratty little teenager tweet. But it had to be said. And then immediately after that, I nonstop tweeted and talked to everyone. But truthfully, what do you expect from me? To enjoy being trapped in pre-debut hell? No, no way. I do not deal with that. So with all my motivation, I actually do listen to my manager quite well, I would say. But one day she came to me and said, okay, you need to do something and I know you're going to hate it. I said, oh, well, it can't be that bad. What could it be? And she said, you need to make an art tag and a fan name. And I said, it is that bad. So my general tag is Tsunverse. I do not have a specific tag for myself or for when I go live, simply for the fact that I don't need it. Tsunverse is the general tag for my generation, so Hanabi will be there too, and that's an absolute bonus. I love the little wolf kid. I go on that tag, I see me, I'm happy. I see Hanabi, I am also thrilled. She's adorable. She's the only one who I will split any form of attention with, honestly. 50-50, right? Actually, it's more like 70-30, but I've got a big head, I've got a big chair, I need the extra space. It's a lot better than the 100-0 that I give anybody else. Yes, Hanabi is adorable, my love. Really, I'm so happy. I couldn't be happier with anyone else for a Gemi. There she is, Hanabi! Oh, I'm so happy to see her. Moving on to the art tag. Honestly, I misspelled this myself sometimes, and really I just picked it randomly. It's hashtag Orlallery. So that is Orla and the word gallery, Orlallery. VTubers are nothing if not gods of lazy portmanteaus, so I don't know what you expected other than that. And then my fan mark, like you have seen, is a candle. I love them. I have them all over the place, and I thought it was adorable, right? And then finally my fan name. So I am very, very jealous of all the other girls who have adorable names for their fans. They are witty, they are thematically correct, there is so much there. And I just wanted to call you my little goblins, my little gremlin, my goblins, something like that, but it's not particularly memorable, it's not particularly catchy, not good for search engine optimization. And I asked the girls for help, and I believe one of them said, be pumpkin, be like the headless horseman, be a pumpkin. And I said no, because then could you imagine just opening up a stream? Hey pumpkins, I'm so thankful to have you here. Are you all making good little butternut squashes? Thank you. No, that is far, far, far too much of a pet name, too endearing. You are not my little pumpkins, no way. And then I believe some of them said, oh, just choose something incredibly rude. And I said, no, you want me to call them something offensive? You want me to call them a curse word? No way. I do have a chatting stream coming up. Maybe we can plan something out there, truthfully. And then speaking of goals and plans, I have mine separated in half and half. So I tried to keep mine, they may seem a little simple, but I wanted to keep them fairly realistic and attainable. I hope to accomplish all of this by my first streaming 1-year anniversary. And then when I do something incredibly amazing not on the list, I wanted it to be a surprise. So my first goal is to have a world record speedrun. Now, I've done speedrunning in the past. I will not go into detail about the games or anything similar to that, because then the dirty, naughty, nosy people here will go digging around like the pigs you are for information, and I am not giving you any satisfaction there. But I love speedrunning and I am enamored with it. I think it's so fun because when you speedrun, you really learn a lot about the game. Maybe little bits of how it was made, how it runs, how to break it, how to take advantage of it. And I think that's so incredibly fun. So that is my goal, and I think it'll be fun to choose a brand new game I've never done from scratch to try and speedrun and get a world record of. I could maybe do practice streams or just pre-recorded training montage. And then my second goal is very, very self-indulgent. I want to play Typing of the Dead on the Dreamcast with the Dreamcast keyboard. I may even have a camera so you could observe my speedy typing yourself. I think that the older I get, the more I appreciate original hardware, physical copies of things, all of that. So that's why I've even been spending, a lot more money on just getting like limited edition runs of physical games or all of that. Yes, I think it would be so fun. But then the problem is when you order things online of old consoles or games and things, they could be a little dusty, musty, or crusty, so I do have to be careful for that. And then so for my plans, they're a bit smaller and shorter. Now, I am not a homemaker by any means, do not get that in your little brains, but I want to make you an Irish breakfast. I want to cook it, I want to maybe even bake some soda bread. I'm not sure if I would do it as a live stream or if I would do it as something pre-recorded and edited, but I think it would be very fun. It is very different from an English breakfast, so I hope that you will be able to see that as well. Maybe I'll make it and I'll force feed it to you. And then, of course, I am enamored with games, but I also love embroidery and cross-stitch. So maybe I could add that as kind of a little bit of a flavor to my Just Chatting streams. Typically I embroider portraits or names, so it would be fun even if I was to take a few suggestions from the audience. It would be a lot of fun. And then I want to create fun events with other talent and viewers. So I've been talking about some of my ideas with the other girls. So if you happen to hear them mention anything incredibly creative or amazing, it was mine and they stole it from me. No, not really. One idea that I've been bouncing around is to do a house flipping competition. So I wanted to, because most of us own the House Flipper game, I wanted to pick a house and we all renovate it according to a, ridiculous theme or something like that. We do a house tour and then everyone can vote on which house is the best looking or potentially the worst, maybe for a prize. I love to gamble. I love to place bets. I love winning. So I think a lot of that would be fun. I want to do a Garfield Kart Grand Prix, maybe just for Tsunderia or maybe do qualifiers for other VTubers. I think it'll be fun. And then I have some seasonal events that, those are under wraps, so be good and don't spoil them. And then I would love to do recorded videos and series. Now, some games I really want to share with you all, but they're not necessarily the best for streaming. They maybe are a bit slow, so I would like to just do a recorded video of them. Maybe just a few clips of me playing or something fun. And then for a video series, I am very interested in exploring early 2000s primary school computer lab games. So SimTown, Odell Down Under, Oregon Trail. If you know these games, then you have exposed your age. If you've never heard of them, then you have also exposed your age. And if you have no idea what I'm talking about since the beginning of the stream, then maybe you ended up in the wrong place. But I am very happy to have you here in any case. Okay, and here we have my credits. I want to... Oh no, I've made some of you feel your age. I'm not very sorry about it. So I have my credits. I want to thank all of the amazing artists who have worked with me to create my screen art, my alert art. I want to thank Wei and Miori for all of the audio help. I would say I'm fairly technologically proficient, but not when it comes to audio or mic settings. For my presentation, I want to thank Meru. So she is so incredibly sweet. Honestly, I could thank each of the girls individually for so many of the things they've done for me here, but I don't want to be too sappy. But I loved her presentation for her debut, so I said, Meru, how did you do something so amazing? Please help me. And she gave me a lot of tips and help, so I really want to thank her for that. She's a master graphic designer. And then for the game help, I really want to thank Urara and our anonymous developer. Really, it was my idea to do a lore game that I have it. I can tell my time, do not worry. I really would like to thank them. It was my idea to do a lore game because for those of you that do not yet know, Hanabi is an incredibly skilled illustrator, vocalist. She is amazing. And I heard her sing and I looked at Urara and I said, regardless of how good I sing, it will be like putting lipstick on a pig. And that is absolutely not happening. I do not get on my knees very often, nor do I grovel, but I groveled for this. I wrote up a Google Doc, Miss Manager, please let me do a lore game. I wanted to do something that highlighted my skills and what the content I produce primarily will be, so that is what I did. I thought of it myself along with the little riddle, I guess the AR prize. So it was quite fun for me to do, and I hope you enjoyed it. And then for the kazoo cover, I really want to thank Miori for doing the musical mixing, being my harmonica, and then Urara for doing the video, and then also Callan and Meru were there when we all decided on the idea. It was so fun, and I thought it was hilarious. It was great. For upcoming schedule, yeah, oh god, the kazoo was... I didn't think I would like the kazoo so much in the beginning. While I was waiting to start my stream, I was just kind of playing on my kazoo, and I knew very clearly that, oh, I'm muted. But then also I was worried about, oh my god, what if I'm not muted? They're just going to hear just some insane kazoo playing in the background behind this like creepy castle music. So after my debut at 5 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time, we have Hanabi's debut. She is adorable, she is amazing, and you're going to her debut, right? Can I get a yes, Orla, in the chat? I need all of you to say yes, Orla, right? You're all going to see Hanabi. There we go. She is a wonderful girl. Please go watch her. Yeah, there we go. Thank you, chat. Yes, good chat. Right. And then on Sunday at 7 p.m. PDT, on my channel, Hanabi and I will be doing a 5-minute art challenge collab. It'll be the first Tsunderia reverse collab. We are going to be on the same canvas and have 5 minutes to draw each of the other Tsunderia members, so 5 minutes per member. We also have some fun prompts from staff. I may even utilize the poll option to have you guys vote for which art you think is the best. And it should be really fun. You know, we like to do something a little bit goofy, and then you can see Hanabi's wonderful art, and I'm debating whether to use a mouse or a tablet. The waiting rooms for all of this will be posted up very soon on my channel. And now my regular stream, my streaming schedule. The times are all 10 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time. I don't like fiddling around with time. I don't understand daylight savings time. I just told Urara, I want to stream around this time. You choose the time zone that is most convenient for you to organize, please. So probably to no surprise of anyone, I am going to be streaming No More Heroes 1 on Mondays. We are going to be playing the Nintendo Switch version, which is slightly less satisfying. with the controls than the original Wii version, but we will make do. I absolutely love the Tsundeverse, so I was going to say something a little inappropriate. I'll say it. I am balls deep in the Tsundeverse. I'm in love with it, so if that's something you ever want to talk about with me, I'm here. I am all ears. And then on Tuesday, I managed to get all of the other members addicted to Dead by Daylight, so I'm going to be streaming it. I mostly play killer. I promise I will not be very toxic. I promise. I will not wear the toxicity cone of shame. I will be a very fair killer, right? And then on Wednesday, I will be playing Minecraft. I've had so much fun playing with the other girls. I am still aimlessly building my apartment for Yuna, and I said, God, for what purpose am I doing this for Yuna? Will she even use this? Will she even care? I almost felt, I felt so conflicted, but it's fun. I really want to make something for our Minecraft queen, Puddin. She has been so sweet. She's so kind and thoughtful to all of us, especially Hanabi and I, the new members. It's just, she's so lovely. I showed her one time a little treehouse that I wanted to make, and the next time I logged on, she had 3 chests full of all the materials I needed to make it. So she is amazing. I know she likes to bully her own chat, but she is so sweet to us, and I love her very much. And then on Thursday, I'm going to be doing marshmallows and chatting. So my marshmallow link is in the description below. Do not click on it now because you're watching my debut, not getting distracted, right? So I mentioned I was going to answer some marshmallows on my Twitter, and then I realized, oh my god, I don't know how to do this. So there's a technology fail right there. So we're going to answer those on Thursday. You have time to send them in. And then we're also going to be doing a little bit of chatting. I'm excited to get to know the community a little bit more. Friday and Saturday, I am off doing whatever the fuck in my evil castle. And then on Sunday, we are going to be playing Sherlock Holmes and the Devil's Daughter. I hope to show off my incredibly massive brain. Hopefully we can have some fun. I've heard this is a great game and has some, puzzles, maybe some evil action. So it should be a lot of fun. And there you have it. That is my schedule. That is my slide presentation. And we are coming right up on the end of my debut. Wow. We've been doing rehearsals for about a week and a half. And I told myself I'm going to be stressed until the day of, and then I can relax. Yes, so I'm very thankful to have had everyone to come here. Thank God it's over. If you missed anything, go back and rewatch it, whether you have time or not. And rewatch it a second time just so I get the views as well. I will be seeing all of you at Hanabi's debut after mine at 5 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time, right? Right? You all promised me. I'm going to be watching for all of you there, right? Thank you so much for all of your support before, during, and hopefully after my debut, both from viewers and other VTubers alike. I will do my absolute best for you. Have a wonderful day, evening, morning, or whatever happens to be. And goodbye. Otsu, whatever.